Hey, have you ever asked yourself, what would you love? And I mean in any area of your life. Like, for example, what would I love to experience in my health? Or how would I love to feel when I wake up in the morning? Or, how would I love to spend my time with family? Or what would I love to do for fun, for my career, over my summer vacation? You know, most people don't really spend much time thinking about what they would love their life to look like. They kind of just live every day, thinking that's all there is. Some people spend way more time planning and organizing their weekend getaway than they do their life. So I thought I'd give you a little peek into what I do with my clients. I always invite anyone interested in working with me to first explore whether or not would be a good fit to work together in a free session. I call them Happy Mom Life Assessments because most of my clients are moms, especially single moms. And so the first thing that we do is we take a look at assessing, where you are in your life. We'll look at your health and well-being and just very objectively take a look at how you feel about the results. How fulfilled are you in the area of health and well-being? I mean, are you experiencing chronic pains or tiredness, stress, overwhelm? Or are you fit and energetic? Do you feel great? Or even though you generally might feel healthy, do you feel that there could be more vibrancy or more fun or just more energetic and fun-loving experience in terms of your body and your activities that you do on a regular basis? And just like that, we take a look at different areas of life. We look at the life in a relationship. We look at the vocation and career. We look at the time and money freedom. And we do that to really be able to assess and evaluate objectively where you are in terms of your current results. Because as long as you're breathing, right? And as long as you're living for the next year or 2 or 3, you're going to continue to create results. But there's 2 ways to create life. There's creating a life by default by just feeding the energy that life is giving you into the patterns that you've already created in your life that will inevitably just continue to produce the same results that you already have. Or if you want to create a different life, then what's required is an intelligent design. In other words, you want to have an intention, you want to have a plan, you want to have a vision for the new results, the new life that you would love to create. And that is what I help my clients do. See, most of us are pretty clear on what it is we don't want in our life. And we'll say things like, I don't want to be in pain anymore, or I don't want to feel so tired, and I don't want to feel lonely, right? Does that sound familiar? But notice the words that you are saying, and notice the energy that you are creating by saying that. Pain, tiredness, loneliness. Aren't those the things you don't want? Precisely. So as a life coach, it's my job to help my clients see things they don't see, right? We can't see ourselves when we are the one in a frame. We all have areas of life that we are not quite aware of, where we are creating our own limitations and our blocks in our own thinking. So when you're thinking about what you would love, be sure to phrase and really focus on things that you actually want, right? Because loneliness and having a partner and experiencing deep, loving connection with another person, those are 2 different energies. So you can't be saying you don't want to be lonely and have feelings of loneliness if what you really want is to have a relationship and experience love and deep connection. That's a different energy, that's a different frequency. Think of it as a radio frequency or a TV channel, right? When you're tuned into CNN, you're not going to get romance, right? Because CNN produces news, or constantly negative news, so to speak. You're certainly not going to find romance or nature channel on that channel's frequency. If you want to experience something different, you got to change the frequency. You have to literally switch the channel. Telling the TV that you want romance while you're watching CNN is not going to do anything, right? Same with the radio. If you want to listen to classical music, but you're tuned in into Kiss FM, you're not going to hear classical music on that frequency. You have to change what you're tuned into. So think of that as your thoughts and the words that you use as the vibrational frequency that you're sending out like an antenna into the universe. If you're constantly talking about pain or loneliness or being tired and overwhelmed and stressed, it's the signal you're sending. And we attract who we are, not what we say we want, right? Because if you say you want romance, but you keep thinking about how lonely you are, what you're being is lonely, and you're going to attract more lonely. So you have to be someone who is representing love. You can start by loving yourself, by appreciating and loving the things and blessings and wonderful things you already have in your life, because then you've changed the frequency, you've changed your thinking and your words to the channel and the frequency of love. So then you can attract and recognize that same frequency when you see it around you. So think of it like this. You have a garden, right? The soil that's rich in nutrients. No matter what seed you plant into that soil, it will grow if it's properly nourished and watered and has plenty of sunshine. Yes? Now, then the same soil is going to grow a beautiful rose or a wonderful tomato plant, which will bring fruit and something wonderful, just as it would the weeds, right? When if you think of your mind as the soil, right? It's the garden, your mind is the soil, and your thoughts and words are the seeds that you're planting in the soil of your mind. So if you're constantly planting the seeds of loneliness or seeds of pain or the seeds of frustration and anger, then that's what's going to grow in your mind. So if you want to change that, you got to start planting different seeds. And when the old ideas and patterns show up, you want to notice them, pause or stop them, and reframe into the seeds and the thoughts that are positive and encouraging, and they're actually what you would want. So let's do a specific example. If you're someone who's experiencing chronic pain, instead of saying, I don't want to be in pain anymore, you want to imagine, how would you really want to feel? Would you like to feel at ease? Would you like to feel free and energized? Would you like to feel good and healthy in your body? Those are the positive thoughts. Those are the seeds you want to plant. Even though the facts might be different right now, but you want to take the energy and attention away from those facts and transfer more of your focus and attention into what you want. So instead of, I don't want to be in pain, you want to focus on being healthy and being at ease and experiencing lots of vibrancy and energy. All right? So, and just like that, you can reframe anything you need into a positive seed to plant in your garden of your mind.